Well, good morning, folks. Aaron Dorr here with the Missouri Firearms Coalition. Folks, if you saw our previous video, I'm just going to say that liberal big tech hates the Missouri Firearms Coalition. The video got deleted on the backside, and we're recutting right now immediately. Ben Dorr is here with me, guys, today. We have a big video update for MOFC members. In case you haven't seen our emails or haven't seen our previous videos on this, the fight to defend the Second Amendment Preservation Act is going before the Supreme Court, the Missouri Supreme Court, on Monday. And folks, we need everybody here in Missouri to help us defend our SAPA law. I'm going to be very blunt today. We have a link right here in this broadcast, and we're asking for your donations. There is no legislative component to this. We can't pressure the governor here. This is a fight between Missouri, between freedom and an evil tyrant in the White House who is sending his Department of Injustice out here to Missouri to try to topple SAPA law on Monday in Jeff City. And folks, we need your donations immediately to help us fight back. You know, Ben, we've said for a long time now that the fight to pass SAPA law last year, the successful fight, was about more than just Missouri. There's so many national ramifications here, and that is why Joe Biden has his tyrants coming out here to Jeff City on Monday.
Ever since the Missouri Firearms Coalition and our members and supporters passed the Second Amendment Preservation Act, states all across America are looking at Missouri going, my gosh, I love that law. Maybe we can get this law passed in our state. And so because of what happened right here, states all across the country are pushing this now. But now they're all watching very closely. Now Biden is working double time. His DOJ is working double time to crush this law so that no other states across the country would dare try to pass it because, hey, it's just going to get struck down in court, right?
Exactly.
But this is 10th Amendment stuff right here. Every state is sovereign, has the right to tell tyrannical government to go pound freaking sand. And that's why defending this law in court, winning this, it's not just about Missouri. It's about every state across the country who has their 10th Amendment rights to protect their freedom.
Folks, we've had MOFC legal, our legal team, both based out of Kansas City and Washington, D.C., working for weeks to prep our amicus briefs and all of our response to this attack on SAPA law. I'm just going to be very honest. It's not cheap. It's not cheap to be at this level of the game, to be fighting here to save SAPA, and we need your support for this today. There's a timely factor here as well, Ben, because a couple of days ago, Monday, I believe, the ATF in the Federal Registry published the updated timeline on Biden's executive orders. We discussed this for a long time now, but now we have an actual date. And the ATF informed the country on Monday that they are going to make 80% lower receivers criminal items by June of this year. There was not an exact day given, but we now know it's June of this year. 80% lower receivers are going to have to be serialized and added to the NICS system by June of this year, or we're going to all face criminal charges. The other thing, of course, is pistol braces. And we all love pistol braces. In fact, the Congressional Research Office themselves in that document said that between 10 and 40 million Americans already own an AR-15 pistol brace. This is a wildly popular accessory. And by August of this year, you're going to have to either A, face felony charges, or B, add that item to the National Firearms Act, get a tax stamp, and go through a massive federal process to own these. This is coming. This is on the documents. It is on the agenda. We have the date. We have the time. But what we have in Missouri that nobody else has is SAPA law. And that is the whole point. They are counting, Ben, they've always counted on state and local authorities to do their dirty work. And here in Missouri, they can't do it.
It's just not going to happen. These people, like we've said, these people would ban triggers on a firearm just to make all guns illegal everywhere if the ATF thought that they could get away with it. Okay, they want to make all of us into felons. They want to turn us all into criminals. They want to be able to throw us all in jail. just because they don't like our freedom. They don't like the fact that they have to be concerned about inflicting mass tyranny on the people of America. And again, this law right here, the very 10th Amendment, this is what protects a state from Joe Biden. And Missouri has the best one in the entire country. Saving this here is probably the most important thing anybody can do for the Second Amendment anywhere in the country. There's
a reason why CBS attacks our state. There's a reason why the DOJ is not going to Texas on their BS SAPA law. They're coming here to Missouri. There's a reason why national Democrats are attacking us here. There's a reason why NPR is losing their mind about SAPA here. This is the only law of its kind. It's the only law that allows we, the people, to take these departments into civil court and sue them if they violate our SAPA law. It is the gold standard. It is the best of the best. And that's why we need you to donate today to our legal fund to help us finish this fight and stop this attack in the Missouri Supreme Court. If you're getting tuned in right now, guys, this fight begins on Monday. Monday, 1:30. Jefferson City Supreme Court chambers. The fight is going to be underway with the DOJ versus the free people of Missouri. We have had a massive legal expenses preparing for this day, and we're just asking MOFC members right now, or anybody else who cares about freedom, to donate today, because this fight is coming. And Ben, we discussed this before too, but what's that phrase? Failure is an orphan, right? But victory has 1,000 fathers.
Yes.
And we are seeing that now in ways that I've never seen. We have national gun rights organizations, so-called, who are now doing email after email after email, telling the whole state how they got SAPA passed last year. But when I was testifying in committee, I didn't see any other organizations from outside of Missouri there to fight with us. When we drafted and helped draft SAPA, I didn't see any national organizations there to help draft it. When we fought like dogs to make Dave Schatz and Caleb Rodent pass the bill the last 2 days of session in 2021, I didn't see a single national organization there. When we fought them in circuit court last year to save SAPA at the first court attack, I didn't see anybody there from national organizations. And when we pressured Governor Parson for weeks to get this thing signed last year after session adjourned, I didn't see a single organization spend a dime helping us do that. But now we have all these national groups out there with their hand out asking Missourians to fund their grift as they pretend to fight for SAPA. Folks, don't fall for that crap. Fight with us. Stand with us.
They're like those. It's like in the movies when a big battle gets over and then the big fat general who never lifted a sword in his life kind of comes moseying onto the battlefield and starts patting people on the back like they should get all the praise for this big win, and all the soldiers are sitting there looking at him going, what the hell are you doing here? You didn't win anything. The national groups, they sit here and they go, this is a great opportunity for us to raise money, to fundraise, to put money in our pockets. This is the most important thing for these national groups. So they roll in after years of hard work, after years of victory, when people like Mike and Linda and Dennis and Ray and Daniel have poured everything into defeating gun control, into passing the Second Amendment Preservation Act. And again, all these steps that Aaron just laid out, the national groups from, who knows, 5,000 miles away, they sit there and they go, oh gosh, there's something happening in Missouri. Oh, a chance to raise money for our national ship. And they roll in and they go, oh, give us money, Missourians. And then they go spend it on new houses and new cars. We've seen this happen. We work in a lot of different states, as you know, fighting for the Second Amendment, and it's always the same story. The battle is over, victory is at hand, or it's passed, and we've gone through this whole process to defend the bill, and now here at the end, they go, hey, give us some money for all the hard work we did.
Gross.
Now, you guys, you didn't fight the fight, okay? The Missouri Firearms Coalition, our members and supporters are the ones who have been winning this all along. So yeah, like Aaron said, don't fund a grift.
I mean, so I'm just going to say this one more time for those who are watching right now. I mean, some people who are watching today have the ability to make a donation of $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 to help underwrite these legal expenses. If you can do that, now is the time for this level of generosity. Now is the time to stand up and make those type of contributions, because if we save SAPA here, then we've saved SAPA for the country effectively. If we save SAPA here,
Yes.
we've sent a message to every politician in Jeff City and across the country that this is what freedom looks like. This is what freedom looks like. This is the standard for lawmakers in states in red America all across the country. That is the stakes that we're facing right now. For others, I know that with Biden pushing inflation to the moon, 7-8%, that's what CNN says. So you know it's more like 10, 12, 13%. I know $100 can be hard. I know $25 can be hard. I get that. I have 7 kids. I understand. Whatever your means allow for, whatever is on your heart, now is the time to be generous. This is happening as we speak. And I'll be honest, when we win, I think we're going to win this fight on Monday. When we win at the Supreme Court, I believe we're headed to the U.S. Supreme Court next. These guys, these tyrants, are not going to let this pass without doing all they can to shut us down. See, they had no time to prosecute the Fast and Furious scandal of their own agency back in the day. They had no time to prosecute the mostly peaceful protesters who burned and robbed and looted their way across our state and across our country in the summer of 2020. But by God, they have time now. They have time to attack freedom and the patriotic Americans and Missourians who have made this happen. So this is the fight for the Missouri Firearms Coalition. This is our time to stand together and say, we stand for freedom. We want freedom here in Missouri. And folks, if you can help us in that fight, the link is above this video. Donate generously. We're going to be on the ground in the Capitol. Well, no, the Supreme Court, excuse me, on Monday, giving you guys updates. Probably can't have my phone in there. Highly doubt it. You can't bring it in federal court. I know that. But the moment we're done, we're going to have updates for gun owners, let you guys know where things stand and what the next step in that fight will be. So, folks, that's what we need to have going on right now. Please be generous. Share our video. We'll keep you guys informed for sure on Monday, if not before then. And take care.
See you guys.